You see, it's basically the 16th of March 2021 where you are actually going to have a quite significant experience, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. And this particular experience that you're going to have is most certainly going to require certain changes to be made. And this is when things are going to become quite interesting for you indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for March 2021. And your number when it comes to the actual numerology, it's number 9. Okay, this is a rather powerful number because of a few different reasons, but I'm going to say 2 important reasons, my gorgeous Aries. You're reaching a really significant and rather important stage in your life, of your lives. Okay, so by the time you get to the 31st of March, you are going to see a quite significant unfoldment. And I really like this because this is to do with an opportunity that you're actually going to have at the same time. And this opportunity, most certainly, you have been waiting for. This opportunity will be rather significant for you, most certainly. You see, exactly, this is when things are going to become quite interesting, my gorgeous Aries. You see, it's to do with March, like a beginning stage for you. Okay, and what is the opportunity that is just going to come to you on the 31st of March, my gorgeous Aries? It's most certainly going to take an additional 26 days. Exactly 26 days is going to take after the 31st of March until this particular opportunity kind of takes its pace. This is important and rather significant time of your lives when you have to be quite open-minded, but then at the same time, my gorgeous Aries, to be daring, really daring, is just as important. Every time when you feel daring, this is also going to be quite significant sign for you as well. So in number 9, numerology means, you know, like very much so, it's a complex thing, you see, and it means that you are very much so close to something so important in your life, because after number 9, we have number 10. So this is all the preparation for something really significant. So you most certainly need to pay attention throughout the month of March, my gorgeous Aries, for any type of signs that you can have or that you may have. This will be important. Okay, number 9 also means, you know, that at some moment in time, at some point in time, you're going to have a bit of a hermit mode. Hermit mode is a very powerful state of mind, which is at the same time going to bring you additional deepness when it comes to your psychic feelings and when it comes to your mediumship, when it comes to all these feelings, you know, emotions and signs, you know, everything is going to be pretty much so heightened and highlighted throughout these months. But one particular day will be kind of like a pretty much so different when it comes to its authenticity, when it comes to feeling this hermit state, hermit mode. Hermit mode provides you with opinions and opportunities that you wouldn't normally notice, but most importantly, it's going to expand your subconscious state of mind, and something is going to come to you and it's going to be like, ooh la la, really good, really brilliant. On one hand, this is like an moment, you know, that you will have, that is going to show you the way out of the situation that no longer serve you, but it's just other things are going to be highlighted at the same time, and this is going to be quite an interesting time of your life. So it's about the self-illumination which you are going to have, my gorgeous Aries, but then it's, again, at the same time, you will become aware, you know, what you need to be cautious for. This is the deepness of this day it's going to bring. So one particular day, it's going to be more like a hermitish, you know, it's going to be more like a hermit mode where you're going to really like kind of like a be with yourself, be within yourself, but this is just going to bring you all sorts of emotions and feelings that you wouldn't normally not notice, but that you wouldn't normally pay attention to. So this is going to be significant because it's going to show you the way, it's going to show you the direction, it's going to show you what to be cautious about, but at the same time, it's also going to show you exactly what are you in self-denial about? This is like ooh la la. This is a very, very much a special time of your life. What are you in self-denial about? And that in itself, you will realize that if you don't work on this, you know, it's going to be very difficult for you to make a decisions, you know. It's going to give you the feeling and emotions of like, oh God, like you're unwilling to make decisions. So this is how everything is completely connected. What you need to remember, my gorgeous Erin, is you need to follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. This is something, oh my God, this needs to be like your mantra, you know what I mean, throughout March, most certainly. This is something that you really need to remember. And don't pretend, I'm not saying that you're pretending, but don't pretend that there isn't a problem, you know, when there can be a problem and there is a problem. You need to open your eyes and see things for what they are, my gorgeous Erinis. This is going to bring you a bit of a shaky moment, but you know, it's more about, you know, understanding and realizing exactly what is happening around you. And once you get to that stage, you will know exactly what to do. So this is why these things are so important, to bring things, you know, into the certain, you know, circle of things where you can most certainly move on, you know. On another hand, you know, I can see that, you know, when it comes to relationships and when it comes to the actual emotional contentment, this is going to be quite interesting month, because it's going to really be quite important to you, and it's going to play an important role because you're going to be told something who's so close to you, who's so important to you, who's so significant to you, something you're going to be told, you know, like an idea, an option, and first of all, it's like really going to surprise you, like, oh my God. But then again, you know, it's the time goes by, this is more going to make sense because it's going to motivate you, and it's coming from people who you can trust. Just remember that people who you can trust, people who love you, people who are in your life, people who mean to you so much, are going to be playing a major role in your lives. Just remember this. And the more you express yourself and the more you talk, the more you kind of like communicate with the people in your life, the better this is actually going to be for you. Remember this, please. On another hand, what else I was going to say, that, you know, it's about a reward, an emotional reward you are going to have. This is not a reward to do with the money, with the finances, blah, 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 but it's more like a long emotional reward, which means that you have been working on something so much, like quite a lot, you know, throughout the years, and now you're going to have an emotional reward, and this is going to be so significant to you. On another hand, just remember, number 9, in numerology, what is your number for the whole month of March, also means that you are actually going to have a really wonderful inspiration. Someone is going to inspire you so much, someone is going to motivate you so much, and this is going to be brilliant because that particular person, it's going to be kind of directly responsible for you stepping into the spotlight, but in the best possible way. So at the same time, you need to understand that, like a speaking, expressing yourself, public speaking, and keeping your eyes on the big picture is just absolutely something that you need to remember to communicate your vision. And most certainly do not be sensitive to criticism, because this month you will feel like you want to express yourself and you want to say things for what they are, you know, and things like that. So you just need to remember to not to be sensitive to criticism, because this is going to open the door for you. And also it's to do with the next step, it's to do with the next stage, you know. On one hand, if you're working and if you're thinking about career, this is a lot to do with the apprenticeship and the next stage and step of your life that is just going to be highly connected to this. But at the same time, you know what I mean, it's just so important to remember that you are going to have a very special ability throughout the month to actually learn things really quickly, so you can use this to your advantage wherever you need, my gorgeous Erinis. But you also need to remember to stay committed to the task at hand. Because very much so the energy will be very powerful and very strong, and it's going to be taking you kind of in all sorts of places, in all sorts of ways, you know, different ways, because of this number 9, which is going to bring you the deep insight through the actual hermit mode. So this in itself makes you more deeper, and it makes your mind wander. So that's why you just need to remember, my gorgeous Erin, is to stay committed to the task at hand. This is very important. On another hand, one more thing that I'm going to say before the end of the month, you know, my gorgeous Aries, this is so like, it's going to be really strange and unusual and quite bizarre experience that you are going to have. But the bottom line is, with that experience, is that you're going to have an insight that is going to come through like some kind of meditation, which is you are going, if you are going to meditate, it's fine. If you're going to like ground yourself, it's fine. If you like kind of have a little bit of lucid dreaming and meditate through that way, it's fine. If you're just looking towards the sun and you meditate through that way, it's fine. It doesn't really matter how you reach this sacred state of your mind, but most certainly an important insight is going to come to you through the actual state of meditation. So this is very, very significant, and you will know, you will feel the need to kind of take a rest or maybe do things slightly differently. And this is just something that you need to remember to yourself if you're bothering yourself about making an important decision. You know, at the same time, it's around that insight. It's just as important to say, to actually allow yourself more time before making any decisions. This is more important than ever. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, I just want to say to you that you need to just pay attention to like things against cold and flu, what I mentioned before. Most certainly, I'm going to say it again. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's going to boost your vitamin C levels. It's like ridiculously important to actually take this every single day. Take organic acerola cherry powder in a little glass of water, mix it and drink it alongside natural zinc and alongside natural vitamin D. This is like, oh my god, it's like super significant and important for you to take because you're going to boost your immune system, and this is going to work really well against cold and flu, and it's natural as well. These supplements need to be natural instead of having something like on a chemical basis. On another hand, when it comes to your stomach, you know, I know you're going to be a little bit sensitive, so most certainly maybe something like organic aloe vera juice or organic gel, aloe vera gel. It's wonderful when it comes to stomach, and it helps you so much. Or just organic aloe vera juice is going to bring you wonder alongside by promoting the friendly bacteria as well. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Aries, or not. Now, the very first date that I would like to talk about, it's going to be on the 4th of the actual March. You know, you're going to feel like a little bit of restraint here, and you're going to feel like a little bit of negativity and maybe a little bit of sadness. And this is why I highly want to recommend you something like Rodocrosite. Look, absolutely gorgeous. Oh gosh, you can see it. Where is it made? Oh dear Lord. Yeah, made in South Africa. Yeah, you can see, you see this gorgeous Rodocrosite. Absolutely beautiful little crystal. It's got a sticker behind, sorry, like made in South Africa. This is where it comes from. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. And you know what? It's probably one of my favorite crystals, I really have to say right now. Because of the balance, it's remarkable what this crystal can bring you, in particular when you feel down, in particular when you feel low, in particular when you feel negative, if you feel like you can't do anything, if you can't be bothered to do anything, and if you're getting affected a lot by a lot of things out there, you know, it's like a lot of things are going on. So if you get upset by what's going on out there, you know, this is also something that is going to bring you that wonderful balance against sadness, depression, anxiety, negativity, even insomnia. It's against the stress, nervousness, and things like that. Rodocrosite is absolutely wonderful, but it also helps you to express yourself at the same time. This comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, and I would highly suggest you to actually wear this throughout March and April, or any time and every time for that matter, when you feel like really low, you feel really down and negative, and when you want to express yourself and just be yourself. You know, it really helps you to bring that wonderful balance. As I said, this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aries, you're also supporting my channel as well. So the 4th of March is going to bring you like a little bit of negativity, and you're going to feel a little bit of sadness, you know, and this is gonna be around like a restraint caused by others, you know, and this is like kind of like going to make you lose your balance a little bit. But then at the same time, you know, what I really like here is that you're gonna become aware of the little achievement as well. It's not something massive, but it's gonna come in a form of surprise at the same time. And you will know, you will become aware that ultimately this is going to be quite rewarding. So you're going to like this, you know, and this is already where subconsciously your mind is going to be like, you know, like really nice. And this is a lot going to kind of push you towards the devotion, towards the real, right, most important devotion in your life, what you should be paying attention to towards, you know. And at the same time, you know, let me tell you that 4th, 5th, and the 6th of the actual March, 4th, 5th, and 6th of March, are going to bring you like a really interesting event, you know, at the same time, you know. And that event, it's also at the same time are going to need from you to make a decision, but you know, you're going to be really focused really nicely at the same time without even realizing. But this is going to come from you feeling really driven at the same time, you know. At the same time, this is to do with the actual event, which you're just going to require response from you. And the right response is going to be to actually choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional, you know, because this is connected to the actual sudden and unexpected change. But then again, it is also going to require from you to review your options carefully, you know. Just basically, no, I'm not being like, oh my god, what is he talking about, dark lala alert. No, but I'm just preparing you what would be the best way to go around this situation that is going to make the best for you. The second important date is going to be on the 13th of March, 1-3. Now this is a great time, you know, because on one hand, this is the time where you're gonna really start the process of transformation, like a process of your own sacred transformation. It's going to start in a very bizarre way. It doesn't always start in a great way, in an amazing way. No, baby, no. This time it's going to start with the actual continuation of what was happening on the 4th of March. You know, the 13th of March is going to be pretty much so very strongly connected to this actual psychic bridge, spiritual bridge, you know. So this is going to need a continuation in order to actually have an action on it. You know, it's it's impactful, but it's also a rather complex issue at the same time. So you're going to feel like a little bit of like very similar energy to the actual 4th of March, but then at the same time, you know, this is going to affect you in the best possible way, because at the same time, this is going to get you thinking, this is going to get you going, and also most certainly you will kind of already know by the end of the day on the 13th of March what needs to go, what you need to pay attention to, what needs to go. Most importantly, what you need to do in order to make yourself feel better. You just need to follow your feelings. You just need to follow your intuition, and this is going to help you so much, you know, from the difficulties that you have been feeling lately. On another hand, look, what I really like about the 13th of March, by the end of the day, and the 14th and 15th are going to be just as important. 13th, 14th, and 15th of March are all going to be about the actual amazing opportunity, my babies. You just need to be remember to be bold and courageous and rather optimistic at the same time. This is going to show you, and it's going to help you realize that now it's the time for action. You just need to pay attention to do only what you feel really passionate about, because at the same time, with this wonderful energy, is going to help you to go so much further, and that's how you go with this amazing flow. The third important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 30th of the actual April. I'm keep on saying April. I'm keep on saying April, but this is because April is going to be very much so strongly connected to March at the same time. What I meant was the 30th of March 2021, you know. It's like, oh my god, it's a lot going to be like kind of like available to you what wasn't available before, in terms of realization, in terms of you understanding things when it comes to your future, and also when it comes to amazing opportunities ahead, you know. And this is all about the actual it's to do with the plans, but also at the same time it's about you embracing yourself and making choices from the heart. I repeat that this is the vibrant time of your own spirituality, and you just need to follow your own path by following your own intuition. But at the same time, it's gonna be like kind of like a lot is gonna be happening, a lot is gonna be on your mind. There are gonna be very important people who are going to be in your life playing an important role at the same time. But on another hand, you just need to remember to make a choice from the heart. On the 30th of March, you will see exactly what I was referring to, and you will see exactly what I was on about by the time you get to the 30th of March. On another hand, it's a great time when it comes to healing in so many different ways. Healing of your spirit, healing of your soul, healing of you in general. It's going to take place. So if you felt like really low and negative, now the 30th of March is really going to bring you the significant difference. On another hand, you are sadly going to become aware of the certain deception, somebody kind of like a little bit dishonest around you. But then at the same time, this is the person that you're not going to be completely surprised whatsoever. It's just going to be confirmed to you more than anything else, and it's a rather badly influential person. You just need to kind of be really, you're going to become aware of this person. So if somebody's trying to push you towards something, or if somebody's trying to if somebody sounds completely off, most certainly this is going to be a sign to move on from that particular person. And it's also going to happen at around the time when you feel rather creative as well. On another hand, what else I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Aries, would be this wonderful and absolutely so gorgeous cornelian. You see this pendant that comes with the sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. And this is also absolutely remarkable to wear when you need a little bit of like a confidence boost, when you need like a little bit of energy, when you're feeling like you need to be a little bit re-energized, when you want to leave the best impression, but also when you're spiritually growing. This is so wonderful because it helps you to understand things around you that you wouldn't normally understand, in particular things on your path that are so important to you. It's absolutely gorgeous little cornelian. I really like this as well, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aries, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what is going to happen in the first week of the actual March. So in the first week of March, just remember, it's so important that yes, the energy is going to be very deep, the energy is going to be very strong, in so many different ways. What you need to remember is that you must pay attention to not to let negative thoughts to manifest into real challenges, because the process of manifestation will be very strong and very powerful. And if you bring yourself down and you're constantly thinking, oh God, no, then this is what you're going to bring into your life. So please just make sure that you understand that, if you need to kind of like, if you have a certain fears or negativity, try to think optimistically as much as you can, but also then at the same time, if you need a little bit of like maybe support or to talk to someone, don't forget to like communicate and to open yourself to people and to talk to people. On another hand, mid-March is going to bring you, what, I really like this because I can see you like really relaxing and chilling a little bit, because some kind of like a situation that you have been waiting for quite a long time to actually unfold and happen, now it's going to take place. Something is going to come through for you. And it's a lot to do with your passion, with who you are, and it's a lot to do with something becoming reality, but it's going to be quite magical moment at the same time, because it's going to come as on one hand as a reward to you, but on another hand, because you had a faith so far, this is going to bring you the moment of, oh my God, you will feel like you are able to relax with the part of your life that was really like kind of worrying you so much, because you're going to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So this is rather important. On one hand, time to rest and chill out when it comes to that stage in your life, but then on another hand, this is also equally about going to bring you or about to bring you your awakening, an important awakening. By the time you get to the actual last part of the, by the time you get to the last part of March, just remember, my gorgeous Aries, and now I'm gonna take this one out like this. Yep, there we go. Okay, I had to take this one out right now. So, but by the time you get to the last part of March, just remember, you're gonna have a very strong energy when it comes to transformation. action, very strong energy when it comes to putting your foot down, very strong energy when it comes to people understanding exactly what you want or you want to do. So you just need to remember to use this wisely, you know. And now also, you know, just remember that there is nothing that you literally can't do, because something is going to be offered to you and you're going to think, oh no, I can't do this. Oh my baby, you're very powerful, you can do this, because you're going to realize also an important moment about a certain ability, and that certain ability of yours is also going to highlight an important direction in your life, which is about to bring you a perspective, a very, very strong perspective indeed. Just remember this, you know, there is nothing you can't do, my gorgeous Aries. You know, believe in yourself, never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true, but also you just need to remember the need for balance in between career and personal life. It's also just as important, you know, so make sure that you're like kind of taking time out for yourself to meditate and things like that, because what I said before, it's also important to do, because you will be getting all sorts of insights indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to happen to couples, my gorgeous Aries. Okay, so now, do you know what? This March, when it comes to the actual couples, it's going to be quite good. Ace of Cups, indeed. When it comes to the actual couples, this is going to be really brilliant, because you know what? It's like some kind of like, you know, first of all, maybe you had a little bit of like a certain unsatisfied desires, and karmically, you know, you were working on problems, you know, but maybe the certain things affected both of you, because a lot, you know, that's happening out there, it's affecting every single one of us, of course, around the world. And of course, when it comes to the couples, you know, it looks like that you were affected, you know, in a certain way. So now this is the beginning of a really wonderful inspiration that you're both going to have. The beginning of something very sincere is going to take place, and you're both going to benefit from this. You're both going to feel exactly the same. And this is really important, because now most certainly you will know exactly what you need to do in order to actually make a security. You will make a decision, you know, to make a security. You will make a decision that it's going to be the best for both of you, and this decision is going to be the step in the new direction, in a powerful direction, and something that you both wanted. But it's about the inspiration, and it's about waiting for this moment in time, but this moment in time, it's about to come slightly earlier. So this is great, an amazing beginning. So anything that comes both to you, that you both feel like, oh, we should do this, you know, for our own safety and security, or most certainly you should do it. This is a great month for couples, very, very important indeed. And it's also, I can see two people getting closer together, understanding each other, and working on a problem as well karmically that you were kind of left behind, and this is going to bounce back until you kind of work with it, deal with it, and then you can just give it to both of your spirits, you know, time to evolve in the right direction indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I am going to see what is going to happen to those of you that are single and ready to mingy. My gorgeous Aquamarine is my low. Aquamarine is my gorgeous Aries, sorry. Wow, my God, I'm all over the place. My gorgeous Aries. You know, this is wonderful, because, you know, it's like you are actually about to meet someone like very, very special, you know. This March, it's actually going to unfold quite interesting, you know, because when you least expected, in particular for those of you that are looking for someone, you know, someone is slowly going to start walking into your life, and I really like it. And it's going to happen at around the time when you start making changes. It's going to happen at around the time when you start focusing on a new path, new things in your life. But at the same time, very important message is going to arrive, and that message is going to let you know that something is about to happen quicker and sooner and much earlier than what you expected. And it's a lot to do with you being part of the big change when it comes to your home. This is the time when this wonderful person is about to start walking in your life, and I really like this person because they're going to have such a similar way of thinking to you in so many different ways. But the fact that something very specific you're going to be thinking about in a similar, the same way, this is the thing that is just going to be like, oh my God, breaking in so many different ways, you know. So someone very special is about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Aries. So those of you that are are single and ready to mingy, I don't think that you're gonna be like kind of by yourself for too long after this moment in time, and I really like it indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Arinis, thank you so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light, my gorgeous people. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light, my gorgeous Arinis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.